Don't you just hate when you're looking for love, but you find romance? Ellipses, scammers. That's very bad, and my face right now probably looks like I'm from The Purge or something. Look at me. Because that's what it feels like to find romance scam. Thank you to Chanel for the suggestion. We're rolling back into the recommendations, as I think I've said before. So if you have any recommendations and I've not commentated on them, then drop it in the comments below. There's an airplane going past, swiftly flying me away to another destination. And it's an island. It's the island of stupidity. Let's see what we're in for.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Scamfish presented by socialcatfish.com.
Okay, thank you very much.
On today's episode, we speak to a woman named Shannon.
Shannon.
Shannon is currently living in Colorado and turned to online dating after the death of her husband. She fell in love with a man online who claimed his name was Daniel. They met on Plenty of Fish.
Plenty of Fish? Oh! Throw it back in the water. That man screams Turkish, and I'm sick of it. If he's Turkish, I'm sick of it. Also, accents are amazing, isn't it? Shannon here, but Shannon. Funny, not.
And had been in a relationship for over 2 years. After sending this man $120,000, she turned to us to share her story.
Once again, I must emphasize, these victims need to seek help earlier, not after 120K. They have too much money. I'm sick of it.
Wait, guys, we work really hard on these videos and we could really use your help.
Don't
forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your comment and like could stop someone from being scammed.
But you already
Thanks,
are.
everyone. Now let's get into it.
Okay, so my name is Shannon Brown. I currently live in Aurora, Colorado.
Okay.
I was married for 30 years. And 3 years ago, my husband passed away.
Rest in peace.
I didn't like being without anybody, especially when I had been with him for 3 years. So my friend at work told me, that she had been trying to do some dating online. And she found a dating line called POF. Basically, I was looking for someone to talk to.
POF, and you found a POS. Please stop suggesting people go online dating. Okay, I know I see it in the comments. There are many success stories, but please, it's for the most part, especially when someone loses a loved one, through a death, don't stop it, right? I'm guaranteed 100%, right? Shannon didn't go get any grieving or grievance counseling. So to suggest, just go online dating to someone who's lost a partner through death, no thank you. Stop it.
Someone to go places with and do things with.
But I understand.
So I got online and hit the dating thing, and he was the second one that sent me that he liked my picture, and he immediately wrote on there, "Hi, my name is Daniel Pierre, and here is French. My phone number."
What?
Well, I didn't have any clue at that time. No clue. I mean, I'd heard rumors about people getting scammed and women giving money, and it's like, oh, that ain't gonna happen to me.
There was no need to say that, though, was there? Because now you've just opened yourself right up for me. Wait, where am I going with that sentence? We're going to put a halt to that straight away. Shouldn't have said that. I've got free reign now. Swing! Ish. If anyone obviously online dates, right? Where's the red flag? I think it's a red flag to say your name, introduce yourself. That's not the red flag. But then the second message that someone sends you is, here's my phone number. Hold the hell. Slow down right now. We didn't even try and build a spark. No, here's my phone number. I think that's a big red flag. But obviously, with her not being online dating wizard. She wouldn't have known these things, but she mentions the rumors that she believes that, not believes, but she knew of scams through rumors. The rumors of scams. Once again, if you know, even if you just hear it, and I've said it before, do not think that you can't be hit by a scam, all right? I don't care if you're tech savvy, etc. Technology is advancing now, but this story is older. Please, it can happen to you, so be vigilant. Even if you hear about it, as Shannon here has heard about it before, just assume that you can be scammed and take caution, very much so.
Not me.
Stop it.
I know where my money is. I've always been the breadwinner and the one that paid the bills. I know where my money is.
Stop speaking.
So it started out great, except for the fact that he wasn't in Colorado. He said he was from Montana. So I'm thinking, well, Montana's not that far. It's just 8-10 hour drive from here.
That is quite far.
So yeah, if I needed to go see him or he could come see me, perfect. It shouldn't be that big of a deal.
I'm sorry. Hold on a damn second here, Shannon. Don't get me wrong. In the grand scheme of things, if we're looking at the US, 8 to 10 hours probably isn't that long. If, but it is. In my case, anyway.
What do you mean by that?
Let me know in the comments. It can't be just me that thinks an 8 to 10 hour drive is long. But I've been selling myself short for years, which is sad.
So we got to talking, and I loved his voice. And right off, he had an accent.
Oh, here we go.
So he told me that he was from France. I always wanted a Frenchman, So, yeah, okay, let's talk, see what happens. Every single morning, I got a phone call. Either I woke up to his voice or he was the first person I heard when I woke up.
Are we going to hear his voice?
Get texts in the afternoon saying, that he loved me and he'd been thinking about me.
How long has it been
didn't take long for me to fall in love with this man. So 2 weeks after the relationship got started, he all of a sudden has to take off and go over to some country in Europe because he's going to try to make some money. It's big money. And he does furniture.
Editing H here. How dare I miss out on such an opportunity to make a joke? He does furniture as a job. What kind of objectum sexuality is that? Oh, if you get him and Amanda in the same room, oh goodness, don't go in there. It looks like a ghost has melted everywhere. Disgusting. But genuinely, I had to make that joke. He does furniture. What a weird way to describe that job. What does that mean anyway? Does furniture. He makes them. He's a designer. Because that's what is going to come up, He's going to arrange a room in a hotel. Spoilers for the next 5 seconds. But he does furniture, bro.
This hotel offered a brand new hotel, wanted him to design a room. He takes off. Well, he's over there for 4 days. And I get a text saying,
when you rearrange a room and people say you're rearranging the feng shui, you're getting bad vibes, so you rearrange the room. Daniel here his feng shui is up his ass. And Shannon has paid the hefty price of his rearranging, we'll say. Why will we say that? I don't know. But once again, I see it a lot in these stories. That they meet someone, and then all of a sudden, sorry, I have a job to do across the world. See you later. I get it, right? That's the story we go for. In order to receive money. Let's guess what's gonna happen here, right? Is he gonna get arrested? Something's gonna go wrong and he can't pay. And she has to essentially join his company, right? She should be paying. She should be paid, not paying. Don't pay for anyone else's job. Write it in the comments right now. Timestamp and everything. What the hell is going to happen? Take a guess. However, for the most part, if someone you meet suddenly has to go away for a job, take it with a pinch of salt. And I'm sorry to all the real people who are meeting someone and they actually have to go away for a job. Blame the scammers. You can't find love.
Really need this job and it could really help our future, and I need some money.
This one
because
job.
I have to buy material to put in this hotel because I'm a contractor. So you have to pay your money before you get money. How much are we talking about?
Why?
Oh, just $8,000.
Shannon, I know that you apparently were the breadwinner and you probably have cash up the wazoo and you're flaunting it right now. Send me money, please. Sponsor me. The next video, we'll have an intro where I'm sponsoring Shannon somehow. Don't know how that would work. Would work. No, there was...
Stop it. Get some help.
Basically, Mr. Daniel, where is all your money from your previous jobs? If you didn't meet Shannon, would you not be able to complete this European hotel job? The stories, they are ridiculous to us, but they're ridiculous in general. Shannon, I just don't understand. I get it. You are alone after being with someone for a period of time. The tragic loss of them obviously is traumatic, and you want to snap back into things and have someone alongside you once again. But this is not the way to do it. Again, I brought it up before with the grievance counseling. The people on this show, the victims who lose someone, they don't seek the necessary support. I don't believe they do. And they try and essentially plug the hole by just finding anyone who shows them any interest. That'll do. Thank you for coming into my life. That's not the way it should be. And in a real life scenario, of course, take away the scammer. That's not what you should be doing. Because then, do you truly love this person? Or you're just plugging the hole, filling in the gap? Does that make sense? Please, if you lose someone, speak. Go therapy. I know it's not for everyone. I say it a lot. But even just a session, feel it out. Give yourself time to grieve. You might think to yourself, oh, I'm fine. It is what it is. I gotta move on. Moving on doesn't necessarily mean physically I'm going to take every step forward. Does that make sense? Moving on can actually be taking a step back and staying where you are until mentally you're ready to move forward. Does that make sense? Hopefully it makes sense.
I'm like, $8,000? Are you kidding?
Well, you've ended up sending 120.
Well, right before my husband died, we had cashed in his money market thing, and I had $15,000. And that's how it started. And it kept going and going and going. 2.5 years. Every time he was supposed to come, something came up. I missed the plane. I don't have money for my plane.
Well, I'm going to stop you there. I missed the plane. Have we finished the job? What happened to the money? I thought the future was set. If you can't buy a plane ticket, it's very concerning anyway. Because are you just not even going to go home? You're just in this European country? It better not be Turkey, I tell you that much. However, I cannot emphasize this enough either. That when a loved one passes away and you've cashed in on something, or you've got life insurance, or they've left you money as a hand down sort of thing to look after yourself, can we stop disrespecting them, essentially spitting on them by using their money to fund someone else's life? It really, really triggers me, to be honest. Let me know your thoughts about that in the comment. That's actually a red flag from Shannon, all right? When someone leaves you money, Or in this case, they've cashed out on a money market thing. I don't know what that is. Crypto, maybe. Do not use it selfishly. You're not taking care of your life here. You're taking care of Daniel Pierre. Sounds like an MMA fighter. Get a grip of yourself, Shannon.
For the hotel, sends me a copy of a $34,000 check, but he can't put it in the bank because he has no bank account. Then the time I sent him $2,000 to help pay for the hotel that he finally finished, but now they're charging him to stay there. Oh, and then he gets beat up and put in the hospital. I even get hospital pictures of him laying there. Well, now we got a doctor's bill.
Well, he better sit the hell back up. He's about to fall off the bed here. That's going to hurt a lot more than getting beat up. Probably. No one beat me up. Let's not test that theory, please. Although some of you in the comments probably do want to beat me up. I see you. However, once again here, if someone ends up in a hospital, can we not pay for the... As harsh as that might seem, especially in America, where healthcare is not free, why are you wasting your money? Editing H here again with a different angle, because maybe you can't see out my nostrils now. God, what a ghastly sight that is. Just don't look at me, please. I wanted to clarify by me saying, obviously in America, healthcare is quite expensive. I don't mean in terms of the guy in the bed is from America. I mean in terms of if something were to happen to Shannon, she now is going to struggle because she can't pay for her own healthcare because she spunked the money on Daniel. Does that make sense? Tell him, listen, I'm not spunking money on you. You go spunk on the furniture, you furniture-doing person. Just wanted to clarify that before someone in the comments shouts at me that Daniel is not in America. Okay, bye. This is essentially, in all these stories, we're just trying to buy love. I don't understand why the victims feel that's the necessary means to have a relationship. I must buy this person. Stop it. Please. I know. I get it. I said it before. She's alone, right? This is not natural, though, is it?
Oh, we can't leave the country without paying for the doctor's bill. Another $1,000. And before that, it was, well, honey, I trust you so much. My dad, when he died, he left a box of antique gold put in a safe. So when he died, he didn't want his son to have it because he was afraid his son was going to spend it wrong. So he wanted his son's wife to have it.
Oh, my, wow. What a dad that is, huh? He's mystical. He has powers. He can see the future. He knows that Daniel Pierre is about to find the woman who knows how to save her money. Ooh. Really? Great thinking there. No, Shannon's not going to question the fact that the dad somehow has magical powers, huh? And that he knows that 100% the wife that Daniel chooses is going to be so money tight. When in this case, Shannon quite literally is the opposite. But don't forget, I know where my money is, actually. Yes, it's in a scammer's pocket, right? He might not even be wearing pockets. Do you wear pockets? You get my point. He's sitting there in his shit-stained boxers, the scammer in this instance, not Shannon. And he's absolutely loving life. I'm not.
Well, I said, hey, I'm going to be his wife. I'm now his fiance.
Okay, where?
He's calling me his wife as it is.
No,
and
but
I've
you've
got
not been...
paperwork and...
Sorry. But in what world does someone have handwriting like this? What are they... It's like a video game handwriting. Like, when you go into like a cave and there's a scroll. That's the kind of handwriting I'd expect out of Skyrim. What is 2 trunk boxes? Or boxes. Shit-stained from the scammer. Shannon Brown, USA, country of origin of United Kingdom. So he's in the UK. But he was in some mystical European country. Get a grip of yourself.
All kinds of legit, it looks all great, but
Was that
I
his
needed
dad's
$63,000, to get
Yeah.
this golden antiques here, so that when he comes, that we could live it up.
Yeah.
I took out a home equity loan
Oh, here we go. Yep.
out of my house that I had been in for 30 years.
Nice.
And it was $100,000 home equity loan. So I only needed 63,000 for this gold. So,
Yep,
okay, I can do that. My friends at work knew all this was going on, and they got worried. My friend Jeff really got worried. So he called up the Colorado fraud scammer people.
Okay.
And they wanted to talk to me. They found out I sent it, and the ladies from the scam thing called me, the fraud department. They froze that account, and because they wanted to get the money back for me, which they did.
Oh.
I was able to get the account and have that money transferred back to my account. Well, instead of me being smart and putting it back in there so I wouldn't have a debt,
okay,
I turned around and I sent by money transfers to some woman back east, $15,000, $15,000, $15,000.
Is she broken here? What's going on? Why has she said 15,000 3 times? Is she emphasizing how stupid she was? You don't need to do that. I'll do that for you, Shannon. I need everyone to understand that quite literally Shannon here is setting herself on fire to keep other people warm. We're going to find out why she's sending money to this random woman, because, I mean, that's what you do when you take out a loan on your home. Instead of looking after yourself, send it to random people and Daniel Pierre. I can't emphasize enough once again. Take a sip of water every time I've said cannot emphasize enough. You'd be hydrated for the rest of the year. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, but don't water poison yourself. That's a real thing. Google it. However, I cannot emphasize enough that you need to take care of yourself. And if you're genuinely doing stupid things like this in the name of love, you need to actually step back and question, am I in love or do I need serious counseling?
And then the rest to equal the 63,000.
Sure.
So I still lost all the money.
Yeah, well done.
But I didn't care. This man was an addiction to me. He was everything I ever wanted, and the attention that he gave me was fantastic.
Well, she brings up a good point about addiction, because most of these stories, it is a case of actually you need therapy for addiction. We talk about being addicted to drugs or alcohol. You lose money then. And in the name of these, well, not in the name, what am I talking about here? But in the case of these victims, you are losing money through an addiction to love, I guess you could say. Again, the attention that Daniel is bringing her after the loss of her husband. I understand, don't get me wrong, I understand why she is in love with him. But we need to draw a line when talking about these victims, draw a line in understanding, but then on the other hand, being stupid AF, right? We need, not harsh. What am I on about here? I don't know. My brain is functioning. She repeated 15 grand 3 times. I'm clearly losing my head here, which I don't even feel well, to be honest. Just thought I'd let you know, but we truck on, as people say. However, once again, I understand, but then can I feel sorry because you actually received help and got your money back, which we don't hear about much, yet you proceeded to fall back into that trap. It is an addiction, and I want everyone to know that no matter your addiction, if you're not losing money, perhaps, a common one is corn, right? Not sweet corn, adult movies. You don't lose money necessarily, but that addiction sets your mind up for an unrealistic reality, if that makes sense, in regards to relationships. So in this case, it's kind of similar that, yes, you're losing money, but in your own head, you're creating this reality that just doesn't exist. And it's very concerning. I wish there was a way that, granted, it's not every single older person, because younger people can get scammed as well. But I wish, in general, there was a way to, of course, then becomes privacy issue, but is there a way to monitor this type of thing, sending money? Unless the victims actually tell the people around them like she did, you're not going to get support. It's privacy issues, but then you help them save money. It's... Let me know in the comments. Propose a suggestion. Let's act like the government will read this comment.
I couldn't ask for better. I was like, okay, if you can't get to me, I'm going to come to you.
Goodness.
It's like, I'm coming to you.
So what do you say?
He says, well, I'm in Marseille, France.
Marcel.
And I'm thinking, okay, I'm coming to France.
Marcel. Daniel is in Marseille. You make the joke there. It's Marseille, Shannon. Come on now. Look at me, I know how to pronounce French cities.
What?
Hello, Editing H once again. I've come loose. And clearly, my brain-to-mouth connection has also come loose because I'm making fun of her pronunciation of Marseille by also pronouncing the word pronounce as pronounce. None of this makes sense. I am one big parody of myself, it seems. But more importantly, I wanted to interject and mention Marcel, the monkey from Friends TV show, because clearly all that's going on in Shannon's head is that Simpsons meme in Homer's head of the monkey just banging the cymbals together. In the end, it just wasn't worth it. Get a grip.
Set up the whole thing. Booked my trip.
That's
took
crazy.
a 2-week vacation from my job. Set up at a hotel there for the 2 weeks. He set up where I could get me a wedding gown, and he got his stuff all set up for his outfit.
What?
We set up a car, a rental car, so that he could drive us around. And then I decided I'm going to look again for somebody else. And then I found my guy named Dale. And it was like, I can't keep doing the one that's not with me.
Hold on a second here. Granted, kudos, you are looking elsewhere because clearly Daniel is not physically giving a shit, right? But when did you... On the flight to France? I don't know if that's a red flag or not. To be in the middle of engaging someone, I guess, and then going back to online dating to find someone else. Is that a red flag? Let me know in the comments. I think this woman has truly lost her mind. She's splashing the cash, but then I'm just going to look somewhere else, it's fine. Kudos, of course, because I'm thinking that you've moved on and actually found someone real. But I find that crazy, spending this much money and nonchalantly, I'm just gonna, whatever. Too much money.
The one that's costing me money. But now this real guy, Dale, it's like, I don't have time for none of it. So it's like, okay, I'm getting rid of the scammer. That's it. I cold turkeyed him.
Wait, so...
Cold turkeyed him. And then the emails, the emails come. Oh, why did you do that? What are you doing? Come on, we can talk. The problem with talking to him is he can talk me into anything. All I have to do is hear his voice. That's all it takes. And
you are too horny, Shannon. Sorry. As just blunt as ever, you're too horny. Now, whilst you're with this real person, you just hear his voice. Oh, yes, Daniel, what do you want? I don't want to say she's cheating because we're not, I don't know if her and the real guy are committed together, yes, and just, not just dating. Let me know.
So by cutting him off totally,
okay,
I don't have to hear his voice.
Yes.
You do this, what's going to happen is you're going to spend money that you really don't have. I kind of lucked out because I ended up selling my house and bought a condo. So I was able to pay off that home equity loan, pay off all the other credit cards that I got all this money from, the extra money.
If you put yourself in a position that you have to sell your home to cover debts, and the debts that you have were the result of trying to buy someone's love, genuinely, you need more support than just going on to Catfish and them telling you basically, yeah, you've been scammed. You need serious help.
To send him, paid off all my credit cards,
but that's
and
good.
Bought a condo, and now I'm retired. I'm semi-retired.
Okay.
And I have a new boyfriend, and I'm a happy camper. But it will happen. It just takes some time. It took me 2.5 years to open my eyes. What I want to say is I'm reaching out to Social Catfish to help me put this scammer behind me.
But you did.
It's been a long road, and I want to make sure that it turns out to be a happy ending.
What are you talking about here, happy endings? You literally go give, what's his name, Dale, a happy ending and move on with your life. I don't understand. You said you've moved on, but now you're going to Catfish for some reason. What? Oh, these older episodes, sometimes they confuse me. Like, I understand sometimes with them being older, the victims come on this show just to share their story and raise awareness of scams, and Catfish don't actually, do anything. But I don't understand, with you saying that you've moved on now, how are they going to help you move on further? Maybe get your money back, I guess.
Receiving this video from Shannon, we got straight to work. We knew that the best way to give her closure was to get the real man in the photos to speak to us. We did a quick reverse image search on our site, socialcatfish.com, and found the real man in the photos. His name is Albert from Southern California.
Oh, he's not
He
Turkish.
agreed to do an interview, and it was now time to reveal what we found to Shannon. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get into it.
You already are.
Hi, Shannon.
Oh.
Hi, Lenny.
What is that?
I'm so happy to meet you.
Yeah, same here. Same here.
I really appreciate you coming forward because you telling your story helps others to move forward too and to learn everything they can.
Yeah, because at the time I didn't want to listen to nobody.
That's a concern, isn't it? I've said it before, I think, that just because you are in a relationship, please don't cut off your circle, your close friends and family. I know the scammers sometimes, they say, no, you must do this. They're trying to stop our relationship, etc. Proper Romeo, Juliet type stuff. But don't do it, all right? By the way, I wanted to pause it and say, one, the woman on the right, where is she? Hopefully she's well. I kind of like her in these older episodes. Two, that hat is probably one of the strangest hats I've seen. I don't know if it's supposed to be like a cowboy hat. I don't know what the name of that mushroom guy from Mario is, but it looks like she's got his hat on. Fair play. I mean, Mushroom Shannon sounds like the worst risotto ever. But yeah, please don't cut off people around you. Even if it's a genuine relationship, don't do it. That's very concerning. Why do you want me to cut the people around me off? Weirdo. That's a red flag, by the way. Definitely seek help if they are controlling in that manner. But yeah, Shannon shouldn't have done that, and you don't do that, please.
Right. And at the time, you knew about this stuff, right?
Yeah. I knew it from friends and family telling me about it, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to listen to them.
Yeah,
I wanted it to be real.
Do you see what happens?
Well, Shannon, I wanted to ask you a few questions about reaching out to the Attorney General's office for the state of Colorado. Is that who you reached out to?
No, it was the friend, no?
On some of the emails that I sent Drew, there was the Colorado Fraud Unit.
Yes.
They are my first step after the police. Local law enforcement, they don't have the tools that the Attorney's General Office does. They're elected officials. They have a sworn duty to protect the consumers of their state, and they have access to bigger agencies. So you did really well getting that money back.
But it was the friend.
Yeah, but then I turned around and sent it off to him in increments of $15,000.
Yes.
Well, here's something that you might want.
Why is she laughing, by the way? I feel...
What the hell are you talking about?
Malfunction there again. Sorry. I need to pose the question, where is she right now? Is she in her own home? Because from just looking at this, it looks like a nice kitchen, I'm assuming. Very, very nice. I know American homes from the inside, even on the outside, they just look crazy good. But let me know in the comments, is it all just appearance of the homes if you live in America? I don't know what I'm saying.
I know is that these scams are evolving. And when these scammers mention Bitcoin and you know nothing about it, don't do it. Bitcoin is not regulated by
when did she
the
mention
government.
Bitcoin?
I've been down that road.
Yeah, you've already been down that road. In the old days, the number one way that these scammers used to send money was either Western Union, MoneyGram, or postal money orders.
Still exists.
And there's a reason why you haven't heard of postal money orders, and it's because the post office general finally said, we will not be issuing any postal money orders to the state of Nigeria.
Do you know that's sad? Because 99% sure there's someone in Nigeria who actually needs this money transfer method, and they've basically been slapped on the ass because of the scammers. Now, granted, probably you then would use MoneyGram and Western Union, but some...
So you have this ever-going curiosity about who this man is, right?
Always, yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have a third party here today that I think can kind of answer some of these questions and kind of shed some light on what you have been experiencing. And I'd like to bring him on the call if that's all right with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. His name is Albert.
Yeah, I oh my God.
What is...
I see you.
Hi there.
Oh my God. I've looked at this man's face for 2.5 years, or at least 2 years.
Right, her reaction is a bit strange.
Albert, this is Shannon. She sent about $120,000 to someone that she fell in love with online who stole and used your photo, your persona, to dupe her out of money.
Dupe.
Is this the first time you've heard of someone using your photos?
No, it's happened a little bit over a handful of times.
He does have an accent,
It was so interesting. I've had some friends like message me and say, "Hey, you know what? We saw your photo on what is that?"
Bro, I'm not sure if she is like falling in love with the actual man Albert right here, or just in general she's overwhelmed with emotions right now. But she looks like she's gonna cry, laugh, smile, angry, all at the same time.
The POF or
POF.
POS.
yeah, and a couple of other ones, and then they'll show me a picture, and then I'll joke about it and say, "Hey, so how did it go? How was the date?" You know, because
that is actual disrespect. At the time of recording this is 8 a.m. Have some damn shame, all right? If I wasn't sleeping. Side note, tangent. I wake up quite early. I work, and then when I finish work, I edit or film or eat, because that's the thing you should do. And then I go to bed, and then I wake up at like 5, 6 for some reason. I've always been like that. What was the point in that? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Are you an early riser? Not an innuendo. Or do you like to sleep in? But yeah, how dare you? That was unnecessarily loud. And Shannon was unnecessarily stupid. In her brain. Vroom! That's all that's happening.
At some point, I figured they'd have to meet or see each other somewhere, somehow. Because there's so many different ways of contacting each other nowadays. It's like, hey, let's jump on something live to, cut to the chase.
Yes.
And
she did not do that.
It's just one after another, and they even felt, oh, well, once we saw this picture, we know, because they knew me.
I'm going to stop you there, because I don't know if I'm going to just be maybe too harsh, or am I just being a negative Nancy? Shout out Nancy in the comments. You are not negative, but it's a phrase. Shannon here, if you remember, what was his Tom, when the actual woman behind the scam pictures appeared, and his eyes and his creepy smile. Do you remember that guy? I don't want to say this is exactly the same situation, but Shannon is doing the same thing. Just smiling at him, looking at him. It's a bit creepy. Now, obviously she hasn't displayed the same levels of creepiness as Tom, but it's getting there. I don't know if that's just me, but maybe I'm just too negative on the victim sometimes. But it genuinely is rubbing me the wrong way. Just ear to ear smiling. She's not breaking her gaze on him. You want to calm down, maybe?
So they reached out, and then I've had one girl actually think that it was me and that I was just using someone else's name. I've been divorced since 2018, so
I thought he was going to say 28
I'm a single
times.
man now. But before then, I was in a relationship for 25 years. So
I was 30, so yeah, we got a lot in common there.
Yo, chill out, man.
Yeah, so
I can't believe that I'm seeing you talk. Your lips are moving.
I'm real.
Does she remember that she has a real life boyfriend right now? Dave, whatever his name is? Or what's going on here?
You're a real person, not just a picture. I even have videos of you exercising where you're in a gym and you're doing sit-ups and stuff. It's like those were the only real moving parts of you that I got to see. I can count every mole on your face.
Yo,
I know every point on your face.
Chill out.
Literally. It's so great to meet you.
Chill out.
I can't believe where are you from? Please tell me.
I'm in Southern California, and so in the LA County area. So I saw the pictures that they sent you, and the interesting part about that workout one, that was probably in late 2018. I had joined the certain gym. I was going through a program at that time.
I could not do that.
And I saw
that's incredible.
The name the gentleman used and the passport. The funny part about a passport is that I don't have one.
Oh,
I don't own one. I haven't went anywhere.
Except it expired.
Yeah.
Right. And my question is that at any point did you feel something was up?
All the time, but I wanted it to be so real.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Do not act on the urges, essentially, right? Do not act on the urges that this might be real, and act on the parts of you that feel it's wrong. All the time. You see, in this instance, can I feel sorry? Of course you open up the conversation for it's an addiction, and it's not easy to just give up an addiction. But, you know what I mean? It's difficult to feel sympathy.
That was the problem. I wanted it to be so real. I was just, when he talked to me so oh, I don't want to say, it was the most romantic, sexy time. And then looking at your picture.
You have a boyfriend,
you know,
by the
just
way,
like
right now.
I went right off the deep end. I fell in love with your picture. I mean, literally.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna do this. Now I know someone will say I'm just being too harsh, and of course you will have your own opinion, but let me know in the comments. I've been cheated on before, and the behavior that she's doing right now, I know and I understand nothing physical is happening, of course, but the way she's talking about this guy right now, especially face to face, essentially through a screen, but it's still face to face, it's giving me the bad vibes, essentially, right? She's doing a bit too much. Like, I criticize the men on this show for being creepy AF. So just because she's an elderly woman, I can't beat around the bush and say, no, it's fine. It's wholesome. It is a bit creepy, right? She's doing too much, in my opinion. But let me know in the comments.
To me, I would rob a bank for you.
Relax.
I would probably jump in front of a car for you. I mean, that's how much I went head over heels.
Relax.
And it's like, damn, you're a sexy ass man.
See? Nah. I'm sorry. It's not funny. Like, I get it. Albert right here is gonna be laughing, but I can 99% tell you he is uncomfortable right now. Just chill out, Shannon. You've actually stepped foot into the creepy territory. You are one sexy ass. Relax. Shit, man. Calm down. I don't think the Catfish team in this instant told her to say this. You're a bit creepy. And not to mention the fact you have a real life boyfriend right now. So if he was to see this, I'm sorry, I'd feel a type of way. Like, cool, you can say you're a good looking guy. In the case I bring up, celebrities, right? If you're in a relationship, you can say a celebrity is a good looking person, right? But if your partner then, I've analyzed every corner of your face. Oh, I'd rob a bank for this. You're being weird, right? You're being very disrespectful. She's a creep right now. I'm sorry if that's harsh, but she is. No, that's fake.
You.
Fake laugh.
That picture of
that does not look like the same person.
Pretty interesting, which will be in next month, a couple of weeks. It's my 6th-year anniversary of being cancer-free.
Oh,
so fair play.
Thank you.
That
was the first
hospital. That one that showed me.
We love it.
Your story was you got beat up because he went and got money out of a ATM type thing, and
I've just realized this now. If he got beat up, where exactly did he get beat up? Because usually you'd see bruises on the face, but they just slap his ass and took his money. What's hurt about him here?
As he got the money out, 2 guys were there in Cyprus, and he walked around the corner, and they beat him up and hit him in the head.
Cyprus? Oh my... No, hold on a second here. In case you don't know, right, I'm obviously Turkish, but I'm Cypriot. What the hell do you mean he got beat up in Cyprus? So he was in Cyprus, but he was in France. Liar. Pants on... I see London, I see France, I see someone's underpants that are on fire because they're lying. Pants on fire, did you get it? When was he in Cyprus? It wasn't me that beat him up, by the way. Me and one of the TT General, we had nothing to do with this. Just so you know. Just so you know.
Police! Police! Help! Police! Help! Police! Help! Help!
And he ended up in the hospital because of that. Wow. So he asked me to send him another $3,000 after that.
He didn't look beat up.
And then I had to pay your doctor bills.
Wow.
Or you wouldn't let him out of the hospital. I can't believe I'm really looking at you. You're
Nah,
really real.
once
You
again,
really
chill
are
out,
real.
man.
You just, oh my God.
It's like a child,
I
bro.
want to cry almost.
Get a grip
Well,
of
Albert,
yourself.
before we sign off, can you tell us a little bit about your business?
Why?
Yeah, I have a couple of actual businesses. One, I'm a certified ontological life coach and meditation trainer.
Okay, that's good.
You can find me on Instagram at
You should coach Shannon's life.
adcoach333. And then I'm also a loan officer at Security National Mortgage Company.
Oh, you should help her as well.
You can find me, all my information is basically on Facebook.
What the
too.
hell is that, man? Sorry. You will buy final expense insurance from me. Resistance is futile. I would not buy anything from you if that just screams unprofessional. Shut up.
Well, Albert, we sure do appreciate you coming on today. And Shannon,
Oh, I bet
we're so
Shannon does.
grateful that you took the time to come forward and tell your story and show that
My ass
real
hurts.
people like yourself can come forward and move forward and find happy times. And we just appreciate you so much.
Yeah, that was a happy ending for
So
sure.
thank you, Lenny. Thank you. We appreciate you on this site too, because without you guys, I wouldn't have been able to see all the BS. And
All
now
right.
that I can see it, and
Despite, your friends telling you and your family, no, this is weird. Despite the Colorado, they're just, what is going on? I hate England. Do you understand? I hate it. No respect. Anyway, despite the Colorado fraud peoples telling you, hey, this is weird, we're going to freeze your bank account, we've actually got your money back as well, which we rarely see. Here you go. Take care of yourself. Despite all of that, it was Catfish that somehow put you in a good mood here. Get a grip, man.
and now that I know there is really a guy that does look like you
Bro.
out there.
How many
It's
times
like,
you going to
okay,
mention it?
I'm good. I can put it behind me now. So yeah, thank you, Albert, so much.
Again, I never thought someone would use my identity to go that far with it. But then again, I know the society we live in.
There's desperate people out there do desperate things. So
Yeah, you.
Well, again, thank you
What the
so
hell?
much,
What are you
folks.
talking about,
and
you?
we're going to sign off now. But again, thank you again so much.
Thank you very much.
All right. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Nah, you see?
Mwah.
Nah, bro, look. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just really old-fashioned, but when you're in a relationship, I don't feel like you should be doing this, blowing kisses. You've analyzed his face too much. Just, again, maybe someone will say that I need therapy to move on. Perhaps I have some underlying trauma from being cheated on. I don't think I do. And I'm being a hypocrite right now because I should listen to my own advice. But I believe that this is too much. Unless she's not with this new Dave Dale guy, then all right. But there's a line, very thin line between friendliness and just doing too much. Let me know your thoughts. Am I overreacting, perhaps?
Thanks for watching another
Thank you.
episode of Scamfish presented by socialcatfish.com. Don't forget to like, comment,
that.
and subscribe.
Said it
See
3
you next
times.
time.
But you already are. Anything else gonna happen?
Scams come in so many different forms. If you have been a victim,
As we know, anything on the screen right there, please seek support. The main take point from that is please, please, please get grievance counseling when you lose a loved one, because when you don't and then you rush essentially into another relationship, you will do any and everything to make sure that the person behind the screen loves you just because you're trying to replace, obviously, the physical partner that you had. It's not good, as we see. And even aside from the scam, of course you'd lose money. But when you put away the scam and you do similar things to Shannon, essentially trying to buy someone's love, One, I actually don't think, I'm not saying no one at all, because someone would, but I don't think many people would accept this much money, or they would ask you for this much money in a real life scenario. But of course, there are people out there who would. So be cautious. And as I was saying, put aside the scam. If you rush into a relationship, especially after losing a partner, it's just, do you really love that person? Or just anything will do? That's not good for the long term. It's not fair for your partner, because they genuinely could love you, but you've just plugged the hole, essentially. So please, take care of yourselves in that aspect. Speak out. Don't feel like you just have to move on with life after losing a partner. Anything else? Don't send money. I'll see you guys next time. Much love. Take care of yourselves. Thank you again, Chanel, for the suggestion. And as always, the playlist is up here. Bye. Haven't done that in a long time. Bye.